Recording.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Lynn, and I'm going to be reading the mission statement tonight, and I'm going to put glasses on here. Helping Parents Heal is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents to become shining light parents by providing support and resources to aid in the healing process. We go a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and evidence for the afterlife in a non-dogmatic way. Affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and allow for open dialogue. Attendance today at the Helping Parents Heal meeting is voluntary, and we are here for the benefit of learning and sharing with other parents whose child has passed away. It is understood that our discussions are intended to be confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers to allow parents to be informed about many possible ways to heal, to connect with their children, and to learn about the afterlife. The views expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect those of Helping Parents Heal, and we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
That was beautiful. So I guess that Carol wanted me to just say something very quickly. I first just want to thank Elly because of the fact that she is a caring listener for Helping Parents Heal. She's able to speak Russian as well. So if people call in and need to speak to someone in Russian, she's there for them. And also, she's written 2 books. This is the second book that she's written, and I was very, very fortunate to be able to write the foreword for this book. I felt very grateful for that, and I just wanted to say that she's a very good writer, but this time it's wonderful to also have all of these other incredible moms who are able to talk about their kids as well in this book. So I'll let Carol introduce Elly, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you all. I'm going to read Elly's bio. She's also a caring listener. So, Elly Sheyket. Hello, my name is Elly, and I was born and raised in Russia. I am a proud mother to 2 children, Artem and Alina. In October of 2017, on my son's birthday, my husband and I found my beautiful daughter brutally murdered by her ex-boyfriend. She was only 20 years old. I don't think that I could survive this pain. I didn't think I could survive this pain. Sorry. Fast forward 3 years later, not only am I surviving life, but I am also thriving in my life. My grieving process has led me to develop a deeper understanding of life and death. I found myself fluttering between the physical world and the spirit world. I have a strong connection with my daughter. I feel her presence constantly and communicate with her on a daily basis. Although she is not here physically, I know that she still stands by me every day. I'm extremely grateful for the love and support provided by Helping Parents Heal. I channeled my grief into writing my first book. 1 year after, I am hopeful that my writing can serve as a fellow bereaved parent survival guide. I am also a certified grief coach and am vice president of, is it Alina's? What a beautiful name. I am also, I am also a certified grief coach and am the vice president of Alina's Light, a nonprofit organization founded in Alina's memory. I hope to bring light and healing to the broken hearts of others and prove that gratitude after grief exists. Welcome, Elly. I'm going to turn it over to you. She just has to unmute. You just need to unmute.
Okay. I'm good now. Thank you. Good evening, beautiful angel moms and dads, if any fathers are here with us tonight. I'm grateful and honored to be here with you tonight. I'd like to say huge thank you to Elizabeth and the whole team of Helping Parents Heal for giving me this opportunity to share my story and introduce the beauty of a grieving mothers. I am forever thankful to 9 other angel moms who took a part in this project and shared their hearts with the world. I believe few of the moms here with us tonight, Camille, Ramona, Michelle, Claudia, Tammy, Angela, Sherry, Holly, and Tracy. And I believe some of them here tonight, and they will share their stories after I'm done with mine. Thank you so much to Elizabeth for her inspiring forwards. Thank you, forever grateful. And I guess I will start with my own story. I was born and grew up in Russia. I got married very young. When I was 20, I had my firstborn, my beautiful son. And when I was 25, our baby daughter, Alina, was born. My husband, he was a military guy. He was a construction engineer in military. Beautiful life, beautiful family, loving family. And when I was pregnant with Alina, my husband's family moved into the United States. And even though we were happy in Russia, I wanted to give our children better opportunity, giving them better life in the United States. So in the end of 2000, December of 2000, we made a move, serious move, and we joined my husband's family in Pittsburgh. Well, it wasn't easy, and it felt as if we had changed the world, different culture, different language. We had to adopt new life. And we, 4 of us, my husband and my children, we had to work and had to study hard. And by the end of 2017, October of 2017, both my husband and I, we had decent jobs. My son, he was 25 at that time. He was graduated from college. He had a great job. He was married, and his wife and him, they had a beautiful baby daughter, our granddaughter. And our daughter, Alina, she was 20 at that time. She was a junior at Pittsburgh University, and she wanted to be a doctor of physical therapy. Beautiful, bright, smart, intelligent, wise, not for her age, talented. She was everything for us. She was our light. She was our sun. She was, we experienced and we explored our life through our daughter. And she was special. If I can compare 2 of my children, my son, he's a normal average guy. He's a normal average kid. But Alina, she was never average. She was always much more than average. And like I said, she was our light, the light of the whole family. And unfortunately, in October of 2017, her light was dimmed. When she was in college, she met a boy, and in her words, he was just one of her boyfriends, and we never met that guy. We didn't know about that relationship much, and as we learned later, it was a bad relationship. It was a bad relationship, and she was trying to escape. And he was not letting her escape. So it became ugly, and she had to file a PFA, and she asked us for help. For the first time, she needed help to escape from that bad relationship. So she filed a PFA, and PFA is just a piece of paper. And we thought, after giving that type of protection to our daughter, she would be safe, and that person would never bother her ever again in her life. But that paper did not stop him from breaking into her house in the middle of the night, and when she was peacefully sleeping in her bedroom. And she lived in the house outside of the campus house. And he brutally stole her life. Next morning, my husband and I, we found her. So we found her, and that's it. Our life, our world just disappeared in the blink of an eye. And we didn't know what to do. We were completely destroyed, didn't know how to breathe, didn't know how to blink. And on top of everything, what happened, we had to deal with courts, with hearings. And luckily, 1 year, it was exactly 1 year, he pleaded guilty, and he was sentenced to life. And so he's in prison right now. And I am grateful. I'm grateful that Alina's case was closed in such a short of period of time. So we were able to shift our focus from that ugly cloud to Alina, to her love, to her light. And so I'm grateful for that. But it took a lot of us, the whole family, to overcome, to release the strong desire of revenge and that hatred toward that person and toward his family. So we had to work a lot with our mind, with ourselves. And I wouldn't call that forgiveness, but that feeling was eating us inside. It was just completely destroying me inside. So I was able to detach that ugly cloud from myself, from my heart, and put it somewhere outside of my energy field. So I'm fully aware of that ugly cloud. I know it's there, but I just don't express any feelings to that cloud, if it makes any sense. So when the case was closed and we wanted to focus on our daughter, we knew we had to do something, because we, before we would lose our minds. And honestly, at the first year was horrible. My husband and I, we just wanted to take our own lives. And since he was a military guy, and he has guns, a collection of guns in his safe in the house. So we came up with many creative ideas how to take our own lives. But there always was the voice on the back of your head, like telling you, just hold on, one more day, one more step. And 1 year later, we opened a nonprofit organization, and it calls Alina's Light. We wanted to continue Alina's legacy, Alina's passions, by helping people. We wanted to continue what she started doing. And with our organization, we help she loved children, she loved animals, and she just loved helping people. And that's what we do with our organization. We do scholarships for Alina's high school, for students for seniors who participate in musical theater, because Alina was a talented, beautiful dancer, singer, performer. So we help those students who have passions for musical theater. Also, we help children's hospitals, we help animal shelter. And the main focus of our organization is to raise awareness and promote domestic violence education. So just before the pandemic started, we made educational presentation in Alina's high school about domestic violence, how to recognize the signs, how to act. And I shared Alina's story, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all, but it was very, very powerful presentation. And it helped me to make a shift in my grieving process. And I realized and I felt how important to feel Alina's story and what happened to her. And just being able to help others if we were not able to save our daughter by sharing that story, by bringing awareness, we are able to help other young women, girls who stay in abusive relationship and recognize that the danger of the situation. And Alina's light became my child, and running this organization makes me feel as if I keep parenting my daughter, and it brings me sanity. So Alina's light is my child, it's my baby. But I wouldn't be able to make a single step, single move forward into my life without help of my daughter. I have a strong connection with her. My bond became even stronger when she was here in her physical body. I communicate with her on a daily basis. I get signs from her, and she's amazing with her signs. And she inspires me, she empowers me. And she is part of everything I do, of everything I see, of everything I touch. And sometimes if it even feels she controls my body, because I was never strong, I was never powerful like that. It's all Alina. Like, I feel her energy here in me, and she talks to me telepathically, and it's amazing feeling. And if before I had that feeling, probably all of you know that feeling, no doubt. You feel the presence of your child absence. And now I transform amazingly. I don't feel that anymore. Well, sometimes I do, don't get me wrong, but sometimes. But most of the time, I feel her presence. I feel her presence the moment I wake up. She's here, she is with me, she's part of me. We became one, And it's amazing feeling. So I started evolving, my soul is growing, and I started doing things I have never been capable of. So I wrote my first book 1 year after, and I never possessed exceptional writing skills, even in my own language. And here I am. I wrote the book, and I think Alina did it and not me. And it felt crazy. I got a strong desire. I wanted to write a book. And it felt, Elly, how can you write a book? You can't write. And a long story short, I just did. And it felt as when I was sitting in front of my computer, and it felt as like some channel opened up and all that information was flowing down. And I found writing very therapeutic. It helped me a lot to process my grief. And I was writing my first book at my second year, and I was describing my first year. So what was happening, how I was going through all those events, all firsts events, you all know those events. And I share so many signs in how I found my daughter in the spirit world, how I communicate with my spirit guides, and how I had amazing experience of past life regression. It was, oh my God, it was absolutely mind-blowing experience. And after I released the book, published this book, I received many positive feedbacks from other moms, from other angel moms. And I learned that they wanted to write their stories. They wanted to share their stories, but they just didn't know how. And it inspired me. It gave me that desire to help other moms to write the book, share their stories. So that's how the idea of writing the anthology was born, the idea. So I contacted a few moms through Helping Parents Heal, and I asking them and telling them about this project and telling them how therapeutic it feels telling them a story from my personal experience. And some of the moms, they jumped right into the project. Some of the moms, they could not do that yet, I hope yet. And some of the moms, they tried, but they had to leave in the middle of the project. And I have one mom, Camille, and I hope she will be speaking to you tonight. I believe she took a part in this project almost at the end of the project. And one mom left, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to replace her, to give that spot to someone else. And somehow I got connected with Camille, and I asked her, and without hesitation, next second, said, yes, Elly, I'm in, I'll do it. And maybe like 1 week later, she submitted her chapter. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I'm amazed with all those 9 moms. We had a great experience. We shared our hearts, and no doubt our children, they were with us for the whole time of this project. And so it like we had 2 teams. Our team of the moms on earth and their team there in the spirit world. And no doubt they were guiding us, they were inspiring and empowering us. And that's how that book was born. And I hope this book will bring some light and hope into the broken hearts of many others. And as my daughter taught me, she taught me to light a candle instead of cursing the darkness. And I'm looking at the time because I talk too much. I want to read the last paragraph of that beautiful anthology. What I have learned from this journey is that pain can be the most powerful teacher. When we dive deep into the darkness of pain, we learn the greatest lessons in life. When the pain hurts immensely, it enables us to see in the dark. The pain is now a part of who I am, but I respond to it with love. Love is the key. It's our greatest power that connects us with our loved ones on the other side. And I know for sure that even though they have passed on, they didn't pass away. And my beautiful daughter is living proof to that. Thank you so much.
That is absolutely beautiful. It's
Thank you.
absolutely beautiful. I have a few questions before I have you, we move on to a few of the other moms on here. I had somebody ask me, how did you, let me go back and read the question. Basically, how did you go from not feeling, she says, how did you make the shift from feeling the loss of your daughter's presence to feeling her presence? Was it your foundation you created, or?
Of course, it did happen overnight. It took me a lot of work and courage, just working with my mind and just balancing my mind, my body, and my spirit. And they say that the last stage of grief is acceptance, right? Like you have to accept. But what are you going to accept? The death of your child? No, absolutely no. Like I guarantee you, none of you moms, you will never accept the death of your child, okay? And instead of accepting the death, I had to work on acceptance of the fact that my daughter took another form. So instead of feeling my daughter is nowhere to be found, she's not, I had to make a shift, and it wasn't easy to accept, but it was it's much better to accept death. And my daughter took another form. She's still here, she still exists, but in another form. And that's the huge shift in my mind. But like you have to work on that, and it doesn't happen.
I totally agree. It's just a matter of accepting your journey as it is, and knowing that our children are not gone. And when you kind of I always say, if I live in the present with Tyler here, then I move forward, because he never leaves me. So another question is, you talked about the past life regression and how it just had such an impact on you. Can you explain a little bit what it was that happened during that process that was so powerful?
It was a 3.5 hour session, and I did not expect what exactly happened. I expected to remember my past life with my daughter, and I thought and I expected to recall like my daughter and we were a queen and a princess, and we had a great relationship. And no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. And it was, if you're curious, you can read this book. And but okay, in my previous life, I killed my daughter. Okay, I killed my daughter, and it was unbelievable. And because of that event in my past life, my daughter and we agreed I would go to this current life, and I would need to work, and I would need to experience the pain of other people, because I was a soldier in my previous life, and I was killing people because it was a war. It's not like I intentionally was killing people. So that's why that I chose this challenge in my current life. And my daughter said, I will help you. I would help you to work this challenge, to work that karma, or whatever you want to call it. And I recalled it, like I was seeing that. We were talking in the spirit world. We were there, we were talking, and I was freaking out. I'm like, what the heck am I seeing? What's going on? And she said, yeah, you will go back to that life. You will learn this lesson. You will experience that pain, and I will help you. And interestingly, the psychologist, the doctor, the therapist, he said, Elly, can I ask you a very hurtful question? If you don't feel comfortable, don't ask. Do you see that person who killed your daughter in your current life? Do you see that person there? Guys, immediately I felt very warm feeling inside of me, and I saw him there. And it's so hard to explain, not like with your physical eyes, like you see it with your mind eye, you see it like you see it, you feel it. It's so hard to explain. He was there and he said, what do you feel toward that person? And I felt so much love, and I felt as if he was my son. And I was speechless. I was speechless, and I was embarrassed to tell that to my husband. So it was I don't have any explanation to that experience. But my daughter and I, we agreed to come to this life. So I would need to learn love. I would need to learn compassion, and I need to work such a horrible lesson I choose for myself. And honestly, that's how it helps me to move forward. That mental, that belief, that whatever you want to call it, and it helped my husband a lot. So he doesn't feel a victim. So if he knows, he believes, he choose that struggle, that lesson, that challenge for himself. So we need to work it. We need to go through this lesson. You can't give it up. That's what you agreed on, and that's how I made a shift.
I love that, and I agree with you 100%, because once I learned about soul plans, or Elizabeth brought that to me. I was no longer a victim, and it made sense. Everything made sense. It makes sense when you say that you felt nothing but love, because that's what we've learned, that once we lose that ego, we realize that it's just about love. So thank you so much. Maybe you can type in the chat who, I've had a few questions as far as who did your past life regression, but maybe we can move on to a few of the other moms that are on here, and I'm going to let you, since it's your book, and since you all choose who you'd like to speak, and then whoever speaks, maybe pick the next person, and we'll go from there. And we'll give everybody 3 to 5 minutes to talk.
I don't see who's here. I see Camille.
Camille's here. Yes. Yeah. So is she the only other author that we have here right now?
I think we have Claudia and Tammy, Ramona, and
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Claudia.
There are 4 so far that I see. So there is Camille and Claudia, Tammy, and Ramona, and all of those people I've made co-hosts. So you can unmute yourself when maybe Elly.
I was very eager.
Yeah, maybe we can let Claudia speak, because she said she needs to leave. She needs to go pick up her daughter, or something going on. If she wants to share.
I will take my earphones and leave with the phone, but yeah, I would like to be here when I talk to you for the next 5 minutes. Hi, everyone. Very nice to see you again, because I haven't been on Helping Parents Heal for a while. I met Elly when she published her first book, and I strongly recommend her first book to you guys 1 year after. To be honest, I was curious when I saw her name is a Russian name. My background is Romanian, and I said, oh, she published a book. How was it like for her to publish a book? She's like me, English is her second language. It sounds intimidating for a person who English is the second language to think of writing a book. I'm not a writer either, but I knew that I want to write Emma's story. Moreover, I promised to her that I'm gonna do this. She left me on paper written that, Mom, tell people my story. So I knew that one day I want to write a book. So this is how I contacted Elly, and she told me all about it. We kept in touch ever since, and we've realized that actually our daughters put us together, because there were many instances then when we figured that our daughters are together. I started writing the book. She encouraged me, but then at one point she came with this idea, and she asked me if I want to be one of the moms to write a chapter in her book. And I just jumped in. I took the opportunity, and I have to thank you, Elly, because she actually took our hands and she guided us all, as she had already the experience of writing a book. And I put my bucket aside, which is gonna come later. And I just wrote this chapter, which so much love. And I have to tell you that this is one of the ways to heal. You cry when you write, but you feel so good after, because you kind of made peace with those moments that you felt about. And it is intimidating. It is hard to think, how am I going to write this? How am I going to put the pain on the paper? But you will, because let me tell you something very honest, like Elly said too, when I went back and read the chapter that I wrote, there are paragraphs, there are sentences, there are words that I don't know where they came from. I know where I call them downloads. I have downloads from Emma, and I say, Emma, I knew that I couldn't say this. It's you, and I can't thank her enough. And also Elly, that gave me this opportunity to put Emma out there in the world. And she was my forever 15 girl. She was a gymnast before she was diagnosed at 12 years old. She was diagnosed with bone cancer. And at 15 years old, she passed away. I have to make it short. And I have to share something with everybody to give hope. How I know that Emma was with me and she still is with me is when she passed away, that very moment, I have to go back a little bit to say that when she wasn't very, very sick, she told me, Mom, she knew that the doctors don't have anything for her to heal her anymore, to treat her anymore. But she wasn't that very sick at that point. And she told me, Mom, don't worry. Even if I'm not going to be here for you to see me, I'm going to be here in spirit. I will send you signs and you will know that it's me. And she sealed the deal. Then when that moment, when she passed away, that moment, as crazy as it sounds, it is a gift for me, because she told me, she looked up in the corner of the room and she said, oh my God, Mommy, it's time for me to go. So it makes me cry, even though I'm not so emotional. But when I talk about this moment, it is a gift, because she saw something. She really did. She wasn't hallucinating, and I'm sure of it. And then I asked her, where? Just because our relationship was so close. And I hope that she might tell me what she sees, but she didn't. The next second, she turned towards Daddy and gave him the biggest hug ever, which was very, very not unusual, but she had a very big fight with him during the last period of time, as he wouldn't accept to talk with her in front of her about death or accepting death. So she kind of was upset with him for that. But the last thing she did, she made peace with him. She gave him a very big hug and said, Daddy, Daddy, I love you so much. And that was it. But that is not it. I know that she wasn't alone, and I know it wasn't the end, and I just know that it was another beginning. So she always was inspiring others, but she keeps doing this. She keeps doing this every day, and she's guiding me every day. So guys, I advise you, if you are at the beginning of this journey, just trust yourself and trust your kids, and just write down what you feel. And you don't have to write to publish a book necessarily, but you never know. They are helping from up there, but it's helping you to heal. That's for sure. I guarantee it helps you to heal. I don't want to take more, because I know other moms are here, and I salute them all. And I will come again to talk to you about.
Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. I love your stories. So
I just read your story, Carol, a few days ago, because this is my treat. I got your book, your Life to Afterlife, and I read every night. The chapter is like a treat for myself.
oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I love your story, and I love your daughter. Even though I've never met her, I feel like I know her. So
Right, I have the same feeling when I read our children. I have the same feeling, and man, the moment when we're gonna meet them all is gonna be glorious.
absolutely. And we know that they're all friends up there, as Elizabeth always says. They're all together and they're helping us along.
But until then, we, like Elizabeth say, we are still in school, and
Exactly. And they're home.
yeah.
That's right. So thank you so much for being here. You're so
You're
wonderful.
welcome.
And hope to talk soon. So let's see, we have, thank you so much, Claudia. We have Camille. I don't see Camille. Is she still here? Maybe we can speak to Camille, or we have you all. I don't see Camille, so.
Camille is here.
Hi, I'm here.
Here. Hey, Elizabeth, for some reason, you can, Camille, do you want to speak next, sweetie?
Sure, sure.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Elly.
Hello, Camille.
Hi. It's good to see you. And I really want to thank you for doing this book. I have a pile of them here. The Beauty of a Grieving Mother. I'm very proud to have been invited to contribute a chapter to this book. I lost my son in September of 2019, and I mean, like every other mom says, our children are guiding us to where we're going on our journeys, and I found Helping Parents Heal. I listened to Suzanne Gieseman's podcast, and I was, immediately drawn to Helping Parents Heal. And through Helping Parents Heal, I found Elly's first book, 1 year after. And I read it right away as soon as I got it. And I just, I was so moved by her story, and by how far she had come. And it was such a guide for me, and such a help to me at that stage. It was fairly recent after Aaron transitioned. And then miraculously, Elly contacted me to tell me that she was writing an anthology, and asked if I would like to, contribute a chapter. And I was so honored to be even asked. And I just felt an immediate connection to Elly. And, I have to say, this contributing to this book and getting to know Elly better, and getting to know the other moms and their stories and their beautiful children through being a part of this, it's just given so much to me in my journey. And I can't thank Elly and all the moms enough. And I feel the same as Elly and Claudia have said, that our children are together. They all know each other. They're all hanging out and proud of us and what we've accomplished with this book, and what we continue to do in their honor, and alongside with them. As my son says, I'm working on this side of the veil for him, and he's working on that side for me. So and he's always around me. He speaks to me every day. I think of him every day. I just, every day I get a sign, or or he tells me something. It's just unbelievable. He's always with me. He's definitely a part of me in everything I do as well. So I can't thank Elly enough, and all the moms, the beautiful moms who contributed to this book. And I can't thank Helping Parents Heal enough for being part of this journey that we're all on together. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Camille.
And she has a beautiful book, Erin's Energy. And all the kids, whether we recognize the signs or not, they're all with us all day long, giving us signs. And we just need to pay attention and learn that they're there, because every one of our kids are working with us all day long. Well, Elizabeth, do you know who another author that we?
Yes, I do. There's Ramona, and there's also, let's see, I have the view on here. I mean, I know that Elly knows, so she would be able to.
Tammy, she should be here.
Yeah, Tammy's here as well. So Tammy and Ramona are here. So either of them can go ahead and choose, Elly, maybe.
Either one. I love seeing all of you guys. So maybe Ramona, maybe if she wants to say.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us. Hi, Elizabeth. I hope you don't mind. I put a few notes down because I didn't want to forget what I wanted to say. First, I wanted to thank Elly for this amazing opportunity. I found it very healing to write me a story, but without anyone to support and push me, I was procrastinating for sure. Not because I am lazy, but because we all know how grief makes completing a task extremely hard. We might wake up one day in a fairly good mood and we start doing something, and then grief strikes, and then we drop everything. Having a deadline helped a lot. Having Elly's support 24/7 helped so much, and her belief in healing through the power of writing in honor of our children was contagious. I couldn't have done it without you and your love. So thank you, Elly.
Thank you, Ramona. Thank you.
A little bit about my daughter. My baby Mia transitioned after being here 34 days. She transitioned on February 7, 2020. And after almost a year of being what they say a living dead, I discovered the immense power of healing through writing. And I started with intuitive writing and or automatic writing. And I got so many beautiful messages from baby Mia. And then I started writing my own book before Elly contacted me. But even though I wanted so badly to write everything that was on my mind, the task of completing a book was impossible at the time because writing heals but hurts at the same time because you're bringing to the surface the reality of the tragedy. And it was so much easier to write a chapter in the book. At that time, it felt like something that I could accomplish. And I'm so glad that I did it because, like Elly said in one of the emails to us, encouraging us to finish the chapters on time, when we transition, our children will still be here. And that is something that we want, secretly or not so secretly, that our children survive us. And I encourage all the parents who had a child transition to write, to express your feelings. And like Claudia said, it doesn't matter that if what you write is published or if it stays in your notebook. It definitely releases energies. I know myself, there are some days when I am so sad, but I can't cry. But that feeling is bottled up inside. And if I write to my daughter or if I write about my daughter, I release that energy. And yes, it's not easy to cry and it hurts, but I immediately feel better after. One last thing I wanted to share. I truly believe that baby Mia is still here, and she's here with us, with all the kids of the moms who wrote the book and all the kids of the moms who are here with us. The signs that I received from her are just incredible. And I hope that Mia's story and the signs, the story of the signs and the continuous love that she's giving me will help other parents heal. And I want you to believe with all your heart that you did not lose a child. They are here, they're just in a different form. And they're helping us to make the most of our time here on earth until we meet again. Mia, thank you.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Yes, they're definitely here, and they're wanting us, I believe they want us to bring the message to the world. So, well, Elly, do you want to choose the next one?
I think Tammy, she's the only one. I don't see her, but Tammy, if you are here with us, I did see her before.
She's here. She's unmuted too. Tammy, go ahead. Let's see, you're unmuted, but we can't hear you. I wonder why that is. Do you have earphones that are? We see you though. Going to spotlight.
Okay, I see Tammy. Yeah, I see her.
And she is unmuted, so hopefully she can speak.
When you logged on, did you log on to the audio for the computer, I wonder? The actual computer audio?
Tammy, if there's a problem, maybe it'd be best to log out and then log back in again, but maybe you could just try saying something and we could see if we can hear you now. Or can you hear us? That's a good question. As Teresa said, I don't know for sure if she can hear us. Let me just write in the chat box. Tammy, try logging out and logging again. Sometimes that allows the sound to work. No.
She says she can't hear us. I just messaged her.
Okay. Yeah. Is the volume up? Is your volume up on your computer? That's a possibility. Sometimes that happens. And
So
if not,
she can't hear us, we can't hear her. And I
well,
asked her about the volume.
could you tell us about Tammy maybe and her child and her participation? And then maybe if she gets a way to get on, then she can tell us herself. Is that okay?
If it's okay with Tammy, if she can, yes, she's saying something, we can hear her. Tammy, she's amazing. She's an amazing mom. And we met through Helping Parents Heal in Pittsburgh through the local group. And that's how we met. And her son, beautiful face, like, oh my goodness, he's a beautiful young man. And for some reason, it feels like, I said, Tammy, I really feel like Austin and Alina, they are hanging out, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. And her story is beautiful. And her son, I believe he was 21, a little bit older than Alina, and he was in a car accident. And I'm not sure how much I can tell her story, but her chapter is beautiful. She shares her journey, how she was going through her grieving process, and how she communicates with Austin, and how she continue his legacy and her new relationship with her son. I'm trying to talk now. She said, I'm trying to talk now. I can hear you. Okay. At least she can hear us. Tammy, can you hear us? She said she can hear us, but we can't hear. We can't hear.
Well, I think that Austin wants people to purchase the book and be able,
probably, and read about his story. Yes.
which is completely fine. And it's not a problem. I'm sorry, we probably should have tried all of you guys before the meeting. That would have been good, but don't worry, Tammy. I'm sure that we'll be able to find out about Austin at another time. But Carol, maybe you could just wrap up. And this was an amazing meeting.
Thank you all so much for being here. The book is beautiful. It talks about what helped all of, these parents to find healing. And I know that we can all do it because our kids want us to. So there's no doubt about that. I always say, if I could do it, anybody can do it, because I just never thought it was possible. And I am happy, and I'm moving forward. And I know it's because of my son. So thank you all so much for being here. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. And typically we ask everyone to unmute so that they can thank our authors here and say goodnight.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Muchas
Thank you, thank you all.
gracias.
Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Ramona, and to, oh my goodness, Camille as well.
Good night.
And Tammy, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Take
You
care.
too. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.